Hey guys, it's Elissa. Welcome back to another video. It's been a hot minute, like 6 months. And I've been meaning to do a series on this topic, starting small and light and gradually working our way up into the topic. But that's not the way it's going to go. We're going to deep dive into this topic because of the experience I had a few days ago, which was, there's not even words for it. It was absolutely amazing. And what we're talking about is using the magic form of these. And just want to start off the video by saying all of this is allegedly. This never happened. All of this is hypothetical. And even if it did happen, I live in a city where it's decriminalized. So we're going to start with that information. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not suggesting you do anything, advocating. I'm telling you what my experience was, how amazing it was, and you take that information and do with it what you will. All right, so, I went back and forth about making this video because I don't want to devalue the sacredness, if you will, of my experience. And also, it's very personal, but this is what my channel is about. Everything magical, everything esoteric, everything about the universe and divinity and source God, all of that. And so, yeah, I want to share. I'm being called to share. I was told to share. So there we go. So it was a relatively small amount. So I took a certain amount of old stuff, which some people would say is a medium amount. Not small, but not a large heroic dose. And it was old stuff, so I knew because I had done it one time before that, a week before, and it was pretty chill. It was awesome, don't get me wrong, but it was chill, mellow. It was not strong. So when I took the old stuff again, 45 minutes in, I don't want to say disappointed, but I was like, oh, okay, so it's gonna go like the same as it did last week, but even weaker. So I decided to jump up and take like 2 bites of a blueberry cheesecake candy bar, if you want to call it that, that I have never had before, never tried before. And oh my goddess, blast off. I was not expecting it, but that's exactly what I wanted. To start with, I always set my intentions. I take it very seriously. I see it as ceremony. For me, this is not recreational. I always do it alone. I always have, I'll do several videos on this. If you guys are interested, you let me know in the comments if this is something you're interested in. And I'll talk about everything I do, everything I recommend as far as setup, preparation. One of the things that I always do is to be by myself, turn everything off except for music, some form of spiritual music. Lately it's been native flute that I'm listening to in the background. And so anyways, blast off is an understatement. It started with me saying, okay, let me just do a basic visualization, because this is the perfect opportunity when you raise your consciousness like this to visualize and to manifest, because it's like 1,000 times more potent and more powerful. And I want to move somewhere by the beach. So I immediately visualized myself walking on the beach, trying to feel the surf coming in and feeling it come over my feet. But instead of seeing the water cold and foamy, it immediately looked sparkly and magical, and I was just taken away. So that's what kind of sucked me in, so to speak. First of all, even if I described this experience to you for 8 hours straight, it would still only give you about 0.1% of the actual experience, because there's no way to really put it into words. There really is no language for what happens. And if you've never worked with this or any other form of, psychedelic, then you're gonna think that this sounds absolutely insane and crazy. If you are an experienced, psychonaut, then you're gonna get it. You're gonna understand. But to put it bluntly, I was in pure bliss, is the only word for it. Bliss, for hours on end. And every minute, every 60 seconds felt like an hour within itself. I can't imagine a better feeling, a better state, a better a better state of awareness. There's literally nothing, there's nothing that could be better. I'm already having trouble explaining it. Okay, so I set my intentions for divine guidance, to be told what I need to hear, to go to the Most High is a word that I kept using. Higher, take me to the Most High. And then obviously to, several hours in, I like to do, you take the opportunity to use it for powerful, strong visualizations. So, what you see, my eyes were closed. When you're that far gone and that far deep, you have to have your eyes closed. That's just how it's going to happen. And what I saw was, there's no way to even explain it. Sacred geometry, just hours and hours and hours and hours of it. But like I said, every minute felt like an hour. It's so beautiful that you can't possibly describe it. It's like tunnels, and it's breathing, it's alive. The colors are unreal, and it's like breathing lava behind it. It's alive is the only way that I can describe it. And it was just non-stop different fractals and different variations of the flower of life. Just unreal. Okay, so let's see. I have got notes because it's so much. Okay, so one of the first things when I felt it kick in that I heard, and I often hear something similar to this when I work with this. Or when I go into deep meditation, just completely sober, I heard, we are with you. We are always with you. We've always been with you, and we will always be with you to the end of time. And there's like a very strong feeling behind that of unconditional love that I could never describe. So immediately, it sends you into tears immediately, and I'm like, Who's we? Who's we? Because I always hear we are with you. We're here with you. We're always with you. I always hear that in deep meditation or when working with this. And this time I said, who's we? Who's we? Like crying. I want to know who's we. And I don't get the answer. I'm assuming it's like my spirit team, spirit guides, guardian angels, high dimensional beings. I don't know. So that immediately put me into an emotional state. You're going to be if you set your intentions to use this for shadow work, for spiritual purposes, you're going to probably become emotional pretty quickly, even if you're not a super emotional person like me, because what this does with intention is it opens up the heart space. You could be the most angry, most rigid person ever, but if you do this with intention, it's going to open your heart space, and your stored emotions are going to come flooding out, which is a very good thing. For that to be stuck inside you, not good. Okay, so let's see. It's so hard to describe. I was taken like up in the sacred geometry, which was divineness. It was a realm, a state of consciousness so high, and I was like, I've been here before. Like I had the memory, I've been here before, and I forgot. And it's been a few days since this experience, and I'm already like forgetting, for lack of a better word, the bulk of it. I'm remembering the key points, but it's like when you wake up from an amazing dream, you think, oh my gosh, that dream was so amazing. I'm going to remember this dream forever. And 24 hours go by, 48 hours, and you can't remember the dream except for like maybe couple little details. I don't know why. Why does the memory have to go away? That's a question I don't know if I'll ever have answered while I'm here in the physical. So as I was going higher, I was being downloaded with this information, and in this state of divineness that is so overwhelming. And I knew I was going to have trouble with this. Okay. It's so pure and so divine and so sacred. I don't know a better word for it. That even it's hard to cling on to any negative thought or any concern or any worry. Even for someone like me who has an issue with my brain, going to the negative. And so it was so overwhelming, and I kept going higher. But there were a couple of times where I was trying to cling on, to concerns and worries. And I said, yeah, this is so beautiful, but why are we here? What's the point of being on earth? And then my other concern was, why is there so much misery and evil and pain and suffering on earth? Both times my question was, I ignored, I guess. And I thought, okay, that's really weird, because usually it's very accommodating and very loving, and immediately is, helping me to process or answering my questions or giving me the answer before I can even ask the question. And so it kept taking me higher, and it got more beautiful and more intense. And it just kept like ignoring, I guess is the only word I could think of it, my concerns. And then I was told, not by hearing it, but in a different way through energy, that is the answer. They were not answering me, they were ignoring me for a reason, because the answer is that I should not be worried about whatever I was worried about in the first place. I should not be concerned about those things in the first place, because where your attention goes is where energy goes, and where momentum will start, and where manifestation will go. And so what you worry about is what you're going to bring to you, what you're going to end up manifesting. And so that was the answer, was remove it, go higher, remove it, remove your attention from that and go higher. Because when you remove your attention away from something enough, completely, the issue is going to resolve itself or go away. And that was the answer. So, although as a little time went on, they kind of did sort of answer the question I had about why are we here? And you're probably not gonna, some of you are not gonna like the answer, because in my state I was like, what's the point of being here? There's so much suffering, there's so much pain, there's so much evil. And the answer that I was told in words was, life here is a gift. Yeah, life is a gift. That's a hard one for me to swallow sometimes. And so life is a gift for people that can see, people that understand, for people that are awakened. So you might have to marinate on that one for a little bit. Let's see. I was also told things like there was only light and the absence of light. Absence of light. So I started seeing, let's see. I don't know if I made this or if they showed me this, but I started seeing life here in the 3D kind of like, or I started seeing how it could be like as the way it was, I would think it was back in the Atlantean days, where if everyone was living from a state of true love and true unconditional love and true compassion, and with the understanding that we're all one, then it looked like, first of all, nature had taken over. I didn't really see like buildings or anything. The vibration was like so much higher. Everybody was living in harmony with each other and the animals. It was so beautiful, and I saw like what was possible and what might have been here on this earth. Who knows when, the Atlantean times or whenever. Unfortunately, I feel like we're so far away from that, unfortunately. And that's part of the reason why, I'm doing this video. Then I was told a couple of really extreme things that I'm not sure, because it's controversial. It's things that could be if we really knew who we really are, which is God. We are of God, and what I was shown, this is not the first time, that God is love and God is light. So much, in fact, that when I'm in this state, crying my eyes out, just consumed, every cell, every part of my being is just radiating with just pure love, that I started sending out blessings, I guess you would call it, to even the people that I have the most resentment for in my life. People that I never want to talk to again. I was just, let them see, heal them, bless them, like all like what? And so, it was really powerful. Like my hand went up by itself and it was kind of like shaking. And I was just like going like this as I was eyes closed still, but as I was saying it and like blessing people, because, you know, like it does, you can call it prayer, you can call it sending healing vibes, good thoughts, whatever you want to call it. It is very powerful. That's why churches have like prayer, what do they call it? They have prayer something, prayer chains, I think. And I'm sure you've seen Buddhist monks meditating, a thousand of them together, meditating for world peace and all of that. And so I was using this opportunity and my hand just went up by itself. And I could feel like the energy coming out of my fingertips as I was like, you know, sending blessings or sending healing to people. And then I kind of got interrupted and was told, everybody has free will. And I was like, oh, okay. And I thought for a second, like, should I not be doing that? And then I was told like a quick download. And then I revised it and said, as long as it's okay with this person's higher self, then I bless this person. Then I send healing and love to this person. So I revised it to say, like, if it's okay with them, if it's okay with their higher self, because they told me everybody has free will, which is interesting. Okay, let's see. So, I was also told something else, a word, a name. And I looked it up, and basically the root of it, what it means is, I am that I am. And even revised even more, simplified even more, it means I am. I was also told, your word is your wand. And then one of the visions I got was a hand and it had an eye in the middle of the palm. So your word is your wand. And I've been told something similar to this in another experience with this, which I'll do a video on that maybe, because it was a totally different experience in what I saw, what I was told, everything. But I was told something similar about your words, like be very careful with your words. Your word is your wand. It creates your reality. So let's see. So I was shown and told again that I'm one with God, that I am one with every person, every soul, but not even just that. I am one with every rock, with every tree. It was so beautiful. There's not a word for it. There's not a word for how amazing it was. So then when I was in this divineness, just completely overwhelmed, going higher in this sacred geometry, in the flower of life, just unfolding and changing colors and morphing, I said, show me God. I want to see God. And it got so bright with this light. Oh my God, I don't even want to get emotional. This light was so beautiful. I know I keep using the word beautiful because I don't know what else to say. It was so overwhelming, so intense. And so the vision kind of pulled out of the sacred geometry and I was looking up. And it was not clouds, but it kind of looked like clouds, but not white clouds. But it wasn't cloud. I don't know. It was so huge, so vast, so grand, so all-encompassing. There's not even a word for it. And the light and the colors were so, I don't know how to explain it. And the love, the unconditional, that love that was coming out of it. And the knowledge, there was things in it. Not things is not the right word. There was information in the clouds or whatever it is that I saw up, so huge. There was information in it. But it was like, I couldn't really fully look at it. It was too overwhelming. I don't know if I wasn't allowed. No, it didn't feel like I wasn't allowed to look. It was like I couldn't. It was just too much. It was too overwhelming. My mouth was like quivering. My body was shaking. And when I looked up at it, I couldn't look for long. And the light, I just burst into sobbing in like ecstasy. I don't know what, in bliss. And I also got the message, I guess, that even if I tried, I could never understand. I could never fully understand God. Definitely not, at least when I'm still in human form. But God is, in my opinion, in my opinion. Okay, so if you're religious and you're pissed off because I didn't see a man there, that's on you. Okay, God to me is light, is love. That's what it is. I think it's so enormous that and never ending that we could never really fully understand. But I'm going to be doing this regularly, with small amounts, and well, maybe even with some larger amounts, because I still have a lot more work to do in several areas. But I'm going to ask again, because I should have tried to look more, I feel, but I couldn't, because it was just too overwhelming. That light was just. But I'm going to try again. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try again. I'm going to try to get more clarification. Let's see here. Okay. I was also told, ask and you shall receive. So for anybody who studies the laws of the universe, there's like 12, law of attraction, law of assumption, law of detachment. Those are key, because ask and you shall receive is a big thing. But so I took the opportunity to start asking for what I wanted. And then I quickly realized, I shouldn't be asking. I should be stating, commanding, because we are of God and we create our own reality. We are our own universe. Have you heard that saying that you're not a drop in the ocean, you're the entire ocean in a drop? That's what it is. You're your own whole universe, and everybody is you. Everybody's a reflection of you. So I started like commanding, not in an egotistical way. As a matter of fact, that's one thing I kept repeating: eradicate me of my ego self, eradicate me of my ego self, except for the part that I need, the little part that I need, because I think some of your ego might be healthy. So I kept repeating that. And so anyways, I just knew that I should be stating it and commanding it instead of like asking. Because if you need it, you're never going to get it. It has to be like as if you already have it. So I started stating all these, things, how I wanted my life to be, kind of. It was so overwhelming to be in bliss for that long that my body was like making this, this is actually kind of embarrassing, this sound. My body was making this sound over and over and over again. It was like a like I had to keep doing that, and like kind of turning. I was on my bed, like turning and twisting, and like every time I would turn, I would think, okay, and this is gonna start to end now, and it just never ended. It felt like a million years. So yeah. Let's see. I was also told, this is for the second time, that love is the highest truth, which I feel like is kind of the same thing, that God is love. And so it was just weird, because when you come out of it, like when you're coming out of it, you feel like, oh I'm transformed. I'm a transformed person. But then hours go by and your old self kind of comes back in, your 3D self and the 3D reality, and it's like, ooh, I don't like this, because where I was like, oh my gosh, it felt like I got dropped out of heaven and boom, landed in the ghetto. That's what it feels like. I don't like that, but at the same time, I'm so grateful to know what the truth is, and I just want to get more and more of it, and closer to it, and aligned with the divine, with Source God, whatever you want to call it, the universe, Source God, whatever your name for it is, it's fine. It doesn't matter. The truth is the truth, So I just wanted to share my experience with you. Let me know what kind of experiences you've had with it, if you've ever set any kind of intention. Not necessarily. Well, you can tell me about your experience if you're somebody who uses it recreationally. That's fine. But I'm more curious, like for the people that use it with intention, I would love to know what you've seen, what you've been told, what you've been taught. So yeah, again, even with everything that I've just said, that's like 0.01% of it. And I also understood that there was a large part of it that I wasn't consciously aware of. Like it was downloaded. That's another thing I kept commanding, like download this into me, make sure I never forget. And because it's too hard to explain, but I realized at a moment that I was like, oh, there's a lot, everything that just happened in that however many minutes, I'm not going to be aware of consciously. It's going to be like a subconscious thing. I felt the energy moving. The energy was a lot in my lower chakras, which was very surprising to me because in my when I do deep, long meditations, I will sometimes feel energy start to circulate around my heart chakra, definitely third eye, back of the pineal gland, on my crown chakra, but very, very, very rarely do I feel the energy in my lower chakras. And my lower chakras were just lit up like the whole time. And like I told you, my hand kept going up and there was like energy coming off it as I was like commanding things and, you know, trying to manifest things and trying to heal people and stuff. And it was a really great feeling to be in this state of unconditional love for everybody, because when you're in the waking state, it's not always like that, is it? There's so much more, and I just can't. I can't put it into words. There's no way. So I'm going to do a video on reasons why I recommend doing this for for health, for mental health, for depression, all of that. But that'll be a different kind of video, different video. So I just wanted to share my experience, and I really hope that you guys get something out of it. And yeah, I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff, but we'll stop there. So thank you so much for being here, and I do plan to make a lot more videos. I know I said that last time, but this time I feel like I'm more in a place to start. I have so many ideas for videos that I have to write them down or I'll forget them. So yeah, please make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a reading with me, I am a fifth year developing medium. You can go to my Facebook mediumship page, which is Elissa Ace /spiritual medium, which will be in the comments or in the description box below. You can follow me on my personal page, Elissa Ace on Facebook, Elissa Ace on Instagram. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.